Okay, we are at our conclusion paragraph for our White Witch and Satan comparisons. When we do a conclusion, you need to restate your three topics. You need to say which one is most important, why is this most important, and also it's best if you could restate the title of your book. The main focus is why one of them is most important. You really want to drive that home. You don't want a bunch of new information in your conclusion, but you do want to state why you feel like something's most important. Okay? So we are going to look in the introductory paragraph to find the three topics, because remember our last time we wrote our three body paragraphs, then we figured out what our topics were and wrote our introduction. Now we're going to find them back in our introduction and write our conclusion. You could also find them in your three paragraphs, but this is shorter. So let me highlight as I read for a second. I think I got a highlighter. Yeah. Have you ever thought about the differences between countries in our world? Okay, so that's our opener for this introduction. Well, there's yet another world called Narnia. Ruling this world, the crafty white witch hoards all power and glory for herself. Okay, so I'm going to look, and I think probably we've got a crafty, hoarding power and glory. Okay, and then let's keep reading here for a minute. Satan is the manipulative king of this world, encouraging his subjects to betray one another. Okay, so we've got more information here. We've got the word manipulative and encouraging betrayal. Okay, let's keep going. C.S. Lewis describes the White Witch in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe to give us a better picture of the very real Satan. These paragraphs are going to walk through the story. Okay, so let's look again. So we should have in our conclusion something about how crafty, hoarding power and glory, manipulative and crafty are kind of connected, and encouraging betrayal. We should see these in our conclusion. So let's go to that paragraph. And here is the student's conclusion. Let's see how they did. Okay, so I've got this. The White Witch and Satan are both crafty liars who will do anything to get what they want. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this, and I'm going to say we've got the word crafty, liars, do anything to get what they want. That's good info. Okay, they even can get normal people to betray one another. And I like how that this sentence kind of explains more of this sentence. And we also have one of our words here, betray. Okay, so next, let's go to this sentence. However, the most important characteristic of both is their unwavering commitment to their own power and glory. Okay, so this sentence is your big sentence in the student's paragraph. We have that the most important characteristic, which was one of the things we must have in the conclusion, and this student stated it as commitment to their own power and glory. Okay. This is their motivation for all their tricks. Okay, so if you look back up here, this student is, this student is calling it tricks. This being liars, encouraging betrayal, and being crafty, saying those are tricks. And that helps us explain why, why this unwavering commitment to their own power and glory, according to this student, is the most important characteristic, is because he says all of these other things, lying, craftiness, betrayal, are tricks to keep their own power and glory. And then the last sentence is understanding this desire for glory is the key to withstanding attacks from Satan and the White Witch. Okay, which that's really makes me feel like, well, I'm glad I read this paragraph because now I have good information to help me withstand these attacks. I can think about they're committed to their own power and their own glory. So if I understand their motives, maybe I can withstand the attacks. That's very good. Okay, so what is lacking? Well, I didn't see the title restated, so it might be nice to have a title. And I also want to add in another thing that I'd like you guys to have, if possible. We're restating the title of the book. It might be nice also to have a verse, some scripture to back up why something's important. That's also a good idea. But this is an excellent conclusion and stated very well. You don't need something long. So if you flip back to the beginning slide of this video, it will show you what you need in your conclusion.